It starts with the hand things and the way the things feel. The senses become loaded, bearing the weight of the worlds. The chaos breeds silence, numbing so dumb it's not that I care or don't care enough. It's just my perspective, and conscience is simply my only concern, not psychotic, the other psycho, the path within lines. The offer from my lips spits out your rear from the cries, kept inside for you to erupt while you tear. I scoff and rip guts, smirch smut, not cognitively impaired. Intelligence, so don't question, my thoughts stay not cluttered, my memory impeccant. The patterns have formed, expected to return, recognize 9 or new residual. Emotions evolved a decade past pubes, maybe 2. The separation of Asperger's syndrome, and the rest of the oddists, how quick the disposition is made in reliance, and where psychopaths stall in. Asperger's syndrome, atypical autism, less genetic, more imposed than impaired, well aware, most of all but a symptom, shown lack of care. Like NPD, a disorder of mind, to probe personality with ease, no masking, just steadfast like lightning, strike, quick boosting id, less disturbed, achievements beyond average or average at least, atypical separation from the rest of the meek. Autism imposed a general consensus, if genetic you're born chrome-chopped or churned, if developed abused, persistently oppressed, by strike beater bludgeoned, restricted in grace. Need an expression, there's just no way to emote, your need for response just does not compute. I see that you care, I said that I don't, if you care less or care more, that's your choice, have fun then. I got the dough, I got records, got the bitches on dro. If you pop in your shit, girl needs shit girl or a shot of the liquor, bring a bag of the Reggie and spark up a cone, at least for the levy to level the lever, so spill not the dams. If you want my emotions tested best, test under a gun. Cocaine dependency is less perverse in its course, pervasiveness developed by disrupting the order, social or neuro fixed with beer, gin or rum, easing the mind with a puff of the blunt. Without the drink, smoke and drugs, simply put, being blunt, not a drug in the world that compares to the cunt. I'm old now and it blows, my energy lower, the PTSD in action, much less a disorder. No anxiety, recovered, no withdrawals, shakes or nausea, clean from the benzos, SRIs, and the cup drama. Interest is special as mind specialized, if narrow in venture proficiency climbs, and if so it doesn't, get just shrug it off, for real the fuck cares, do it right, it's not enough. Word for word, I'll shout it forward in your face till it's stuck through your head. You think I'm autistic, concerned with the thoughts in my head? Think you're not the problem, that the drugs don't make speds? Had the girls, had the jobs, had the money and the rooms, the friends in the gang, my brothers, sisters, and crew. The only consistent constant in this life is my mind is the quarrel of my psychotic mother and both my defective ex-wives. The breakups weren't fine, but the lack of sexual release or exploring in my teens made me the fiend. Got a date? Take your meds. Get a job? Therapy first. I want a girlfriend, not a sped tutor in a room full of defects. If I'm disabled, I've been stable. Only time I'm not, your descent. So what if I got rides in a Honda Accord? It's Civic Aora, best fit for a socialist vet with a check. No post. Malone's private. Jim, not his vet. But my aunt and 2 cousins keep it clean, run it wet. My Chrysler ain't a truck, Chevy next to Subi it'll do, pushing 95 on the freeway, coming straight up to you. As said with a pen, written words to begin, a psychotropic creation tastelessly sets in. If spoken as words quietly or aloud, like an opiate ship, I said it, I meant it. Who could forget that, you gents? Confidence sunk after developing bad habits, not the drink, not the liquor, not the smoke, 'cause I had it. It was the syrup I drank every 6 months, a quick fix from the mart. When life shoots you out in the dumps, it's that bottle or 2 after each breakup, laying in bed, twist and turn, shout it out inside your mind, it's where the battles stay won. Never mind the drugs, all the fags and the booze, you forced me in draws and stole blood, void consent, with intent or ignorance, behemoth attempt to inhibit regen. All of the pills for a list of disorders, a new one, each eval, borderline personality, fibs, importance of feeling, feel too much, overbearing moods without swing. You know that's just another definition on page. Reactions to drugs never needed to start a breakup, a job lost, no friends at the bar. Emotions stay moving and flow throughout life. How deep you feel or release them determines your strife. At 14 I had the authority to consent or to not, so how did I find myself forced in this clinical mess amongst retards, chemists, obese, depressed lents? My presence and input always made the mark. The 2 I felt closest, traditional date at a bar. A poet in me, an EMT paramedic. Each time we burn bridges, we return with the question, did you order a drink? No one cares if you have a beer. Yeah, I know, it's just each time we do this, each reset lose like 15 years. I'm obviously old enough, 21st, 3 before. First one was at Trios on Marietta with a few friends and some girls. 3 times restricted till down to the day, been drinking and smoking since I was 13 anyway. Could be cause for the reset we had 3 years long 3 times before the 14-year reset pie. It's just here that Jocelyn ain't shared her spaghetti and we're in need of depressing subjects too heavy. To pick up the pen or write notes on the phone, since this is tradition, I was 32 down south, but as my mother had asked me driving back what's my age, I said, I remember New York in a shitty 28, but since you're insistent on the verge of belligerent, I'm over 18, so 19's what I said.